Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Builder Session 1.0 again. Welcome back to day two of the Builder Session 1.0. My name is Oluwabunmi Victoria Olabode from Nigeria, the convener of this initiative and your host throughout the 3-day journey. If I'm audible, please let me know in the comment section. If you are on YouTube or LinkedIn, let us know where you're coming from. You're welcome. If you joined us yesterday, welcome back. And if today is your first time, we're delighted to have you with us. Yesterday, we explored where technology is heading to, and discussed how artificial intelligence is reshaping careers, opportunities, and the future of work. We discovered that the future belongs to those who are willing to learn, to adapt, and to embrace changes. But tonight, we take the conversation a step further. Many people spend months, even years, learning new technologies, completing online courses, collecting certificates, and watching tutorials. Yet, when it's time to build something of their own, many feel stuck. Why does that happen? If you know why it happens, you can let me know in the comment section. What's your thought about that? Is it lack of knowledge, confidence, consistency, or simply the fear of starting? Tonight, we'll unpack those questions together. So, by the end of today's session, my hope is that you will leave with practical steps to stop consuming knowledge and start creating solutions. More importantly, I hope you gain the confidence to build something, even if it's small, because every impactful product started with a first version. So let's begin. And if you're excited to be here today again, let's get your reactions, your comments. Yeah, let's know where you're coming from in the comment section. Joining us tonight, we have true experienced professionals who have each walked the journey from learning to building. So joining us, Mr. John Okyere from Accra, Ghana, is will be here soon. I think he's having network issues. So we all know how this network is in Africa. Well, so John is a software engineer specializing in Web3 and artificial intelligence, passionate about helping developers navigate the future of technology and build meaningful solutions. And Jesse Okyegbu from China, he'll be joining us soon because of think he has a work assignment. He will be here soon. So and Jesse Mark is a backend engineer with practical experience building scalable software systems and mentoring aspiring developers on their journey from learning to real world application. And we are excited to have him as one of the speakers for today. Excuse me. We have David John joining us from Lagos, Nigeria. David is an AI system architect, designing intelligent systems and helping organizations leverage AI to solve real problems, real world challenges. So, welcome back, David.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Also, we're glad to have you here again today. To help our audience get to know you better, I'd like you to briefly tell us your name, what you currently do, and what is the projects you're currently working on.
My name is David John, and for a long time, I've had dreams. And what I do is I bring dreams to reality using technology. So, in simpler terms, I'm a software architect. I think through problems systematically, and I create solutions using technical tools. So, in essence, I bring your ideas to life, whether you have a business idea that you want to establish, you have a software that you want to build, I'm your go-to guy. You come to me, you say I want to build this, we walk through it together, and then I bring it to life. That's what I do.
Oh, that's really interesting. And one of the reasons why we are very excited to have you here today because we're gonna learn a lot from you, from your experience. So the other speaker just now that he has network issues. So while we wait, we have to also continue. So if you can hear us on YouTube, please let's get your comments. And yeah. Mm. Okay, John. So from your experience, what do you think about mentoring people in the AI area of AI and yeah, designing AI applications?
Sorry, that question is for me, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
So if I got your question, you said mentoring people in terms of AI. Is it mentoring people
Yeah.
on the use of AI? I just want to get clarity on the question.
Like to build. What do you think about the idea to mentor like working people that are aspiring to become developers, like AI developers?
You mean vibe coders?
Yes.
Okay. I think that vibe coders have leverage, a lot of leverage than they know what to do with. Vibe coding takes the power of seasoned senior engineers and puts it in the hands of people that do not have a lot of technical experience. And I personally, I use AI agents to build, and I would highly recommend someone that is going into tech if the person's goal is to bring ideas to life and not necessarily learn how to code. I've seen business people building their own solutions. I've seen people who sell items, creating landing pages for their items, people who offer services, creating portfolios for themselves. So it's something that I highly recommend. It's a skill that I think the average person at some point should learn how to use, or an average person should develop those skills. Yes.
All right. Thank you. So, well, before we dive deeper, I would like to explain to our audience that we have three phases for this session today, and we are starting with why do so many learners never build? And from what David John has said now, I think yes. Thank you so much for that, and that's what any of us should think about. So that's really an important point, and hearing that. So I think a lot of people they are not really held back, like because they don't have idea. So from your experience, David, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So do you think AI has made people more productive, like, or has made tutorials addictive, or even worse? Even worse.
Very interesting question. Do I think that AI has made people more productive? Yes, I think that. But there are people that are not going to produce even with AI. AI has made overnight, have made people overnight success stories, right? Right about now, you could choose to create content using AI, and AI ideas are endless. So as long as you can sit with it, it can keep churning out content endlessly, which means you are not lacking that resource. You are not lacking ideas. You are not lacking inspiration, right? The AI is there. The AI never gets tired. Um, it never needs to sleep, never needs to eat. So yes, AI makes a lot of people productive, but it is what you choose to use it to do. Many people do
Exactly.
not even use the AI as the correct way. They just use it to, pass time. But I feel like the people that are actually going to get the most out of it are people who use it to produce, right? This is what I think.
Okay. Yeah, I think I agree that AI is really helping, and yes, and it makes us work faster and better. But how can learners use AI without even becoming independent? Like, I mean, dependent on it. Like, I can see a lot of people, they use AI so much that without AI, they cannot really function properly. So, what do you think about that?
When I was learning tech, when I was learning programming, we had to do everything ourselves. You had a laptop, it was you and the
Yeah.
laptop, and then maybe you had Stack Overflow, but that was it. You had to struggle with bugs, right? You had to find, so it taught you a lot of skills about being meticulous, about thinking in systems, about being able to take a problem and break it down. So when you learn how to do something on your own, you don't necessarily really just learn that skill alone. There are a lot of skills that you get accompanied with that. You learn how to think in systems. I mentioned that. You learn patience. You learn how to, look into the details. You learn to be meticulous. These are other skills. Sometimes you learn how to search the internet. You learn how to communicate with peers. You learn how to work with people. These are the other skills you learn. Now, for people using AI, and depending on AI to do everything, guess what? They are not going to get the core skill that they need, and they are not going to get the other skills that are behind that skill. The other thing that they would have grown, like they would have acquired over time, the other skills, they won't have patience. That's one of the things. People using AI don't have patience. They want everything now at the snap of a finger. They're not meticulous, they don't read into the details. So when AI gives you something, do you sit down and actually read it? Read to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like you tell AI, help me write this code. Then it writes it. It explains what it does. Do you sit down to read what it does to make sure you understand? Do you try to, when there's an issue, do you try to understand what is causing that issue instead of just telling the AI, fix it? Now I'm speaking to people in software development, people that, engineers that use AI. Those are the that's the people I'm talking to right now. So you need to build these other skills. You need to build discipline. You need to build focus. You need to build tenacity. These are all of these things with AI, you cannot build them. So I really think that AI, as useful as it is, it will make some people useless, or at least they won't be able to function much outside of AI. They won't be building some skills, right, that they actually need in day-to-day life. So this, I hope, does this answer the question you asked?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It really does. Thank you so much for that. That's really a great point, and I truly agree. You know how learners use AI without becoming dependent on it is majorly how you just use it to learn how to understand whatever you want to do, so that even when you don't have access to that AI, you can work things out by yourself. So thanks so much for that. And yes, that's one of the things that people should really take note, especially developers that use AI so much.
Uh,
So
I would, I would want to say something.
Okay. Okay.
For the past 2 years now, at least, or let me say throughout this year, I, these hands have not written code. These hands, these hands have stopped writing code for some time, right? And it's not because I cannot. It is because I use AI, right? So I work on multiple projects, I multitask, and I compress time. I work at 10 times speed. It is no joke, 10 times speed. But now think of it. If we actually take those products that AI builds and ship it into production, believe me, those products will break. Does AI have skill? Yes, it does. But the level of skill, the level of
Yeah, it's in my network or yours, David.
you can't hear me
I can't
again.
hear you clearly. Okay, I think I can hear you now.
So the level of skill, the level of intentionality that it takes to ship a product to users and the users use them successfully is a lot. So it takes a lot of skill. I built that skill over years, which is why I'm able to work this way, right? So I think those skills are also important. I also have an overview of those things that the AI. So as the AI is building those things, I understand the architecture behind these things. I'm also a decision maker. I make decisions and the AI implements on those decisions. So you can call me a product manager or a manager of AIs. I manage AIs. AIs are junior engineers and the work I give them tasks to do and they do it. All right. But I understand, I have an overview of everything they do, and which is why when anything breaks, I know what broke and I can go and actually fix it. So when you are using AI to code, ask yourself, do you understand what the AI is actually writing? Without the AI, would you be able to go into this code base and do actual work? So those are the questions that you should ask.
Okay, so I guess that was my network because I couldn't. Oh, okay, okay, okay. On YouTube. So I know you just said they can hear you clearly. I don't know what's going on with my network. Yes, I think from what I picked from your explanation, yes, you make the decision on your own and don't make AI make the decision for you. Make sure that you use it as a tool, like an assistant. And yeah, so those are the valid points that we actually need. And so I'm glad that everyone can hear you clearly. I think that network is from my own hand here. Mm. So yeah, David, from what you've said now, so I want you to weigh this briefly. If someone is not building, is the biggest challenge lack of technical skills, or lack of confidence, or fear of failure, or something else entirely?
It seems your network broke.
Okay, so am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay, so I said I would like you to weigh on this briefly. According to what you said. So just if someone is not building, so is the biggest challenge lack of technical skills, or lack of confidence, or lack of failure? I mean, or failure, or something else entirely. So what do you think?
Hmm. The truth is, many people, including myself, are afraid of failing. Failure is never sweet, which means sometimes you get to operate in your comfort zone, and that comfort zone for you can be learning. You can learn a lot,
Hmm.
but you need to build. If you go home with something, let it be this. I would say this: if You ship a product. If you build a product, you build something, you create something. And after creating that thing, you are not ashamed of it. That means you created it too late. If you're waiting for it to be perfect, you have waited too long. Ship it, do it, do it now. You know the Nike, this their catchphrase says just do it. That is simple. Just do
Yeah.
it. Because guess what? With people who don't have as much skill and make it big. So what's stopping you from doing it?
Yeah, just do it. Face the fear. Yeah, so thanks so much for that. So yes, 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 yes. Just do it. And so from that now, I think I'm able to clearly understand that everybody has skills, everybody has an idea, but I think they lack confidence. I think, and the confidence is the fear of failure. I mean, when the lack of the confidence is caused by the fear of failure. So yes, it's true. A lot of us are scared of failing, and yes, you should just do it. And thanks so much for that, John. David John. So that's really a valid point. So they are not held back by that skill. So yes, and I would have loved to hear from others, but they are not here. So we need to move forward to the second stage of this session. So now we are heading to the building a portfolio that opens door. So yeah, I would like you to explain to us your view of how portfolios should look like especially for techies. What's your opinion on that? You know, um, I think for me, before you say something, David, I think for me, when I see some portfolios, I see that some people just created it. They don't really have the exact skills in that portfolio, right? Many people are talented, but they never apply for these internships or jobs because they feel that they are not ready. And while in their portfolio, they have so many experiences, so many things.
So many certificates.
So, well, so many certificates, so many things. They have attended many sessions. They've done this, just like pile up the portfolios with these things. So, what would you say about someone like that, or someone who has such portfolio?
Hmm. Like we have said, if your problem is you are stuck in the tutorial hell or the course hell where you are just taking courses and acquiring certificates, those certificates are only a proof that you can sit down on a seat and learn something. They are not a proof that you can do work. Work is proven by experience. A lot of people even create certificates that they cannot. What I have to say to you is be true to yourself. To be honest, I think those are a different set of people. People that create certificates that they cannot defend, they are saying they have the skill, they have the skill. Those ones are not being true to themselves, right?
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yes,
So those are
clearly.
not being true to themselves. But the people that I'm going to talk to are those ones who are actually being true to themselves and truly think they are not ready, they are not worth it, they are not there yet. They have this thing called imposter syndrome. And guess
Mm.
what? Over 50% of everybody that you see in tech will have imposter syndrome. We feel like one day we would finally be exposed that we don't know everything that we are talking about. Do you get? But what helps experience? Experience is key. Experience works, whether it's whole project, whether it's your friend's project, whether hackathons, whether it's startups, whether it's internships, experience. I think experience, I would choose experience over certificates. I would choose experience over certificates. Someone who, many of the cases, people have got to lead that someone and so it's not my certificates that I use many of my experience and the relationships that I build in that experience. So experience is very, I do not have, the university certificate. I don't have a university certificate. I did not attend any university. Well, I'm not saying that it is a good thing not to attend, but I'm only saying that for me to be able to make it far, tech space was I don't think I think I have work, see what see who I've worked with. So you prove yourself and not by certificate. Certificate proves that you can sit down in one place and learn, but work, but experience proves that you can actually put in the work. So that's what I have to say.
Exactly. Thanks so much for that, David. Yes, experience really proves that you really put in the work. It's very important. A lot of people, they have certificates but cannot prove it. A lot of people have joined online, attended online courses, I mean, tech courses, even physical, but still cannot build anything. Yeah, so David, from this, we now understand that experience really goes far. Experience in building really goes far, not just attending the sessions or attending the classes or watching tutorials, anything. So, can you tell us from your experience when you started building? So, what really drive you to start building something?
Curiosity. It's like me that you may hear, driven by curiosity. I would explain. I started learning tech back in the days when cyber cafes were popular. We would go to cyber cafe, you'd say, "Oh, give me 1 hour." We get 1 hour, and then you use up your 1 hour. The time expires, you are locked out.
Mm.
Now, the 1 hour expires, it does them, and it's kind of renewed. So it's like you can just spend the whole day there without paying again. I was curious, how is this guy hacking into their system? I really need to meet with this guy. I talked to him. He said, okay, we will have to write some Python here and there. I said, I picked up Python. I started learning it. I did not end up hacking anybody's system, but I ended up learning
Mm.
Python. So at the time I started learning tech, it wasn't because I thought tech was going to be a hot thing. I just started because I was curious, and curiosity brought me here. But what fuels my passion now? Before I learned tech, I'm a creative person. I like to bring things to life, right? And tech is an opportunity for me to express myself. Where other people see, they see a lot of words and symbols and everything, I see art. So I like to call myself a creative technologist, right? I create things, I bring things to life using technology. What draws me is the ability to create and the ability to impact lives. Because to
Mm,
be honest, tech actually changes lives. The reason that you are here listening to me right now is because someone sat down and created what you are holding in your hands or what you're looking at. Someone sat down and actually created it. So tech is really, really impacting lives, and that's what drives me.
wow. Thank you so much. So basically, curiosity. Curiosity to know how that works, curiosity to know what's happening in that and how to create something that impacts lives solution.
Yeah.
So from you being curious and building something, so can you like tell us what's a particular project that really taught you a lesson that no online courses would ever teach you or have ever teach you when you started? I mean, I know you started building by curiosity, but what's that one project that taught you one special lesson?
Okay, well, all projects have taught me something that the internet cannot teach me.
Mm,
There are many of the projects that I've worked on, many of them. I would like to talk about one. I'm thinking of something that I can share that would be of interest to a lot of people. I'm going to share, you know, one. This happens to be my kind of first AI project. And this was about 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Where, like ChatGPT, you can chat with and you can tell it, oh, I have these ingredients at home. Can you suggest a recipe for me? It does that. So it's like a kitchen assistant. We called it my kitchen power. It's a kitchen assistant.
mm,
Help you can snap ingredients and generate recipes. So that project exposed me how AI is actually function. It gave me the thing about tutorials is let me explain. Internet learning is not real world. When you see understand some people following on a detour you're going and then but that's not real world when I say let me bring something to life that has never been in this life. That is real world. This is now thinking in system, thinking like an architect, sees plan structure in his head and then bring it to life. So this is
mm,
exactly what is bringing it to life. Tutorials is not real life. The person learn is learning to do himself with this tutorials. Sometimes saying it tutorial help, you don't get you get because if you fail 100 times, you know the 100 things not You know 100 things that someone should not do because you have failed in that direction 100 different times. And trust me, you will never repeat those mistakes again. In fact, if someone wants to learn what not to do, they should come and meet you because you are the master of failing. Fail so much, be willing to fail so much that success cannot run away from you, because once you fail 100 times, the 101th time will be success. So put yourself in places that were not originally comfortable with tutorial and ask how can I bring something to life? And these skills that I have, how can I put it to use? That is what from someone that is just learning. I hope I hope that makes sense.
Yes, it truly does. Thank you so much for that. That's really an important point. Yeah, so now
The
we
way the
understand
way
that.
he is looking like this, I suspect you have a project you're working on. I suspect you have a project you're working on. What are you working on for us?
You're talking about me.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, well, the project I'm working on right now is well, on my own. I'm using AI to build a website for welcome lecturers. I think I'll share with a few people, and I also share with you. And yeah, you said it was very beautiful. So while I was working on that, I didn't just let AI to determine what I want. I structured it based on what I really want. Like, okay, generate this code for me, is what I want to build. And while it generated the code, I was able to understand everything. I read through, and those ones I didn't even get, I asked questions. AI, how do I come about this? I don't understand this code. Explain it to me. So how I was able to build that. Another project I'm working on is creating a particular site for learners, for developers to learn front end, back end, and AI machine learning. And that one is still ongoing. So I'm actually not using AI for that. Like, okay, I'm using AI, right? But I'm making sure that I'm coding this myself because I want to really have experience of coding something, not just like relying on AI. So just like two projects, one basically with AI and the other one mostly with my knowledge, with let's say assistants, just using AI as an assistant. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on at the moment.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I definitely would want to see those tutorials when
Yeah,
they come.
very well. Very soon you will receive it because yes, by the time it's ready, it will be live and everyone will be able to like use it, test it, then I'll get feedback on how to improve and all of
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So thank you for the question, David. So I hope everyone on this call today online, I mean on YouTube and LinkedIn, I hope you're learning something very important today from what our speaker said. These are very important things for us to know that you just don't have to rely on just tutorials. Start building, just do it. Be curious uh, of your things in your environment. Like, okay, you want to build something that can solve problems and things. Some people started like building some projects based on their experiences in their environment. Or some people have like toothache, something. They're like, okay, how can I generate an AI application, AI to solve this problem or to generate something that will solve this problem at this particular time because my loved ones are suffering from this. No, curiosity helps one to like come up with a lot of ideas and don't be scared to start. So yeah, thank you so much for that. So now we are going to this third stage for today, which is becoming a builder. Yeah, so if you truly want to become a builder, and yes, this session is for you, and I'm so excited to be here also, and I believe you are. So imagine someone watching tonight who feels completely stuck. What's one practical thing they should do this weekend before Monday?
Start something. Start building something. When you say someone feeling
Mm,
stuck, Do you mean the person has no idea on how to start?
Yes, that's one of it. Some people know they have idea of how to start, what to do, but they don't just know how to continue.
Okay.
You know, so some people they already have projects. Some people, like many people, have different kind of have projects and they are stuck in between.
Not knowing how to move forward
So
with building a project.
to proceed, and why? Yeah, it's just like two phase. Why some people don't know how to start at all?
Well, we need to talk about what are the different blockers, what is blocking you, why can you not proceed. I think that's something. Okay, you can give me scenarios and then I'm able to talk to people that are affected or people that are in those situations. So for people that are not able to
Okay,
start, you have an idea, you're not able to start. This is 2026. It's not the time for that. We have gone past the age of the barrier to entry has been lowered so much that you could just step over it. You don't have to jump anymore. You don't have to fly. You don't have to climb. You just have to step over it. You just have to open and there are different AI tools. You can try Bolt.new. You can try Lovable. A lot of those AI tools. The first thing I would say to someone that has an idea that wants to bring to life prototype. So something that you can show people so that they understand the idea that you have. Now, I'm talking to technical people. First thing you need is a prototype. Let's say you're like Bumi, you want to create something that people could use to learn. Create a prototype. Go to ChatGPT, go to Claude, go to Lovable, say, I need a prototype for this idea. I want to see what it looks like. You have the thing, it comes up, you see what it looks like, more ideas coming. So I learned this thing. What you focus on expands. So the moment you take the first step, you take the first start revealing themselves. But if you don't start, you would only start unless you start. Starting is key. For people that are Christians here, the Bible says that faith without works is dead, right? You have to take a step. And some people even say, do your best and leave the rest to God. So, first, you have to do something. You get, you have to do, these are for people that are not able to start. You have to start. Starting means can mean creating logo. So, determine what your starting point looks like. Starting can be creating logos. Starting can be talking to someone about the idea. Starting can be creating a landing page. Starting can be creating a prototype. Starting can be researching your product. You are researching about your idea. Starting can mean different things for you. So determine what is the first step. If everything was possible, what would be the first thing I would do? So once you determine that, then you have clarity. Then you are able, but with that, you are stuck, not being able to start. Why? Because you have not clarified things. You need clarity to start. Now, for people that are stuck in between, we need to talk about why are they stuck. They may be stuck with money. What exactly is it? Is it could it be skill that's keeping you stuck or lack of motivation? So what's keeping you stuck?
okay. So thank you so much for that, David. Someone asked in the comment section that how do you determine what to build with AI?
How do you determine what to build AI? Interesting. When it depends on, I would say this, it depends on what stage in life you are at currently. Are you in the stage where you just want to build to grow yourself, to grow your capacity? Are you in the place where you want to build to actually make money? A lot of people are in stages now where they need to make money from anything they set their hands on, right? So determine where you are at currently. For people that you want to build because you want to grow your capacity, you want to grow your knowledge, what you do is, what are the things around you now? What are the day-to-day experiences that annoy you, that upset you, that are problems to you, that you wish you could do something about? What are those things about your days that you wish you could change? That is how solutions are made. Solutions are founded on problems. Solutions are founded on problems. So if you are just starting out, find problems that affect you. Understand another person's problems as you understand your own. It is after you understand your own problems you can solve your problem. So look at around yourself, look around your environment. What are the things you can solve? Look on, if you, since you're a technical person, look on your laptop, on your phone. What problems do you see? What problems do you wish you could solve? This is the starting. I see that's determine what to build with. And inspiration. It says, how do you I would have liked, doesn't mean what you build. That's
Okay, thank you so much for that. Well, I'm curious, what do you like? There are a lot of AI tools now that we can use to build that developers use. So for a learner that don't really have so much experience using AI tools, which of the AI tools do you think one can start with?
want to learn how to, is it for,
Is it my network? You can, if you can see him, let me know in the comment section. I, I, David, I stop hearing you.
hello?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, I think my connection. So what about AI tools? Okay, someone says some. Personally, I don't believe that. Okay, let me answer the question you asked. What
Okay.
AI tools, right? Um, so AI tools, one of them is Copilot. It's owned by GitHub, right? And you can find it in your VS Code extensions. We also have this one by ChatGPT. It's called Codex. It depends on your coding style. If you want to, go to ChatGPT and get code, come back to your VS Code. Some people prefer to do it that way. So you have have Claude, Laud. We have Anti Gravity by Google. My personal favorite, which is Open Code. A lot of people may not like it, but that's what I use. I use so many of them. Many a starting point. But if you are someone that likes using VS Code, I think you should go for um and if you're someone that you would prefer you could also do anti-gravity. So there are a lot of options actually. There are a lot of options. A lot of options. Copilot, anti-gravity, Codex, ChatGPT, Claude, Claude Code, Open Code. These are just a
All
few.
right.
But I've mentioned seven of
Thank
them.
you. All right. Thanks so much for that. So, from now to the audience, if you have an idea of examples of AI tools that can be used for starters, you can help us list them. We would like to hear from you. I think, yeah, someone said, mm, okay, before the next question, there's one here, David. Personally, this individual asked a question. He said, personally, I don't believe that, oh, a certificate just proves that one can learn. David,
So
what can you
it's
say about that? I think that this is referring to what you said earlier about
yeah,
certificate.
yeah, yes,
That
yes, yes.
he doesn't believe that certificate just
I'm not
proves that.
I'm not saying that having a certificate means that you can it only means that you can learn. Obviously you have gained knowledge from that thing that you learn, right? So why not put it to use? A certificate should convert into experience. So when I have a software engineering certificate, I should get a software engineering experience. Certificate alone on its own, the only thing, if I see your certificate, I can only assume that okay, you understand theory and then you can sit down in one place and actually learn something. It just proves that you have that discipline. And it's a good thing to have discipline. It's not a bad thing, but your proof of work is experience. That's just what I'm saying.
Mm, yes, a proof of work is the experience. I hope that answers the question. If you think your question is clearly answered, you can let us know. So another, yeah, Priska asked. Let me get the question. Okay, Priska said, could you share an example of your best AI projects and if you have been able to get clients for them?
My best AI projects and if I've been able to get clients with them. Yes, my best AI projects are actually the projects that I build for clients, solving real world problems. So I would say this story, right? I would say no, not it's not a story, but AI is like electricity, right? Electricity did not always exist. It was one day that someone discovered electricity and every other person started tapping into it. And right now we have so many uses of electricity, is endless. So many uses of electricity is endless. My best AI projects so far have been projects that I've built for clients to solve their real world problems. I'll say one of them, and that one is um, Ali. Yes, that's the name, Ali. So, what does this AI do?
Can you, yeah, if you have it with you, if you can just share your screen and show us
Okay,
the demo, and people want to see how beautiful it looks and the functions.
it's not very beautiful. It's not very beautiful, but it's very functional. And I'll tell you, a lot of projects that have It's not about the user interface. By the way, it's actually beautiful. I built very good front ends. Yeah, but it's a private project, which is why I will not be able to share my screen. Right? It's not
All right.
something that the person created for public use. It's for private use. It's for companies that need it. And who are the target audience, or why was this product built? Consulting firms, they consult with different companies. They generate a lot of knowledge. When I say knowledge, what do I mean? I mean this: they create slides, they create Word documents, they create notes, they create PDFs, they create pictures. Those are knowledge. They create a lot of that on a daily basis. They put everything in a Google Drive. Most of the time, those documents that they put there get lost, they get forgotten, they go down, and then next year you're looking for something, but you can't find it because there are so many documents. How do you go through that whole pile of documents in different formats? When a new staff is onboarded and you want to brief him on everything you have done on this case, how do you put all that information together? Now, that is a very, very good use case for AI. We build an engine, but AI is not the only thing, right? We build an engine that sits on top of their Google Drive. It sees when files are added, files are deleted, files are modified, files are edited, right? It sees it and it alerts our system. So our system has an AI in it. It pulls the content of the document, whether it's an image, it pulls everything, and then it's able to package it in such a format that it can easily feed it to the AI. So when you ask the AI, give me the brief of everything that we have done on this case, the AI can go and search all the documents that you have done already, whether it's pictures, whether it's slides, it can compile all that knowledge together and give you. So it is more like an intelligent, and you see like a staff in your company that knows everything about everything you have done, all the documents he knows. So it's like this guy, you can just go and ask him anything, he knows everything. He knows everything. Everything you put in that he knows. You can ask him for advice, you can ask him how was this case done. All this information the guy can provide to you. So you can see it's for consulting firms, so it's not for public use, it's for consulting firms. So this is one of the best AI project so far. I'm working on something even hotter right now, but so far, this is the best AI project I've built.
Okay. So, like, do you have anyone that you think you want to show to to all of us?
Okay, I'm not. I would share this.
Yeah.
I'll share this,
Okay.
but I'll explain how it works. So I'll explain how it works. I hope the
But
person
did you build it with AI?
with okay products I built with AI, or AI products that I built.
It's AI. Yeah.
Okay, so
So, well, if you don't have that at the moment, it's okay. So, I just want everybody to know that there's this Lovable, and I know that there are other applications also that have been listed there in the comment section. So, there's Lovable. Lovable can help you build your project from scratch. Give Lovable the prompts to build your project, and you can adjust it, you can edit it, and it will build a full website for you. So it's really an amazing website. I mean, AI website for developers. For those ones that don't know how to code at all, that don't know how to use any code editor. I don't know what front end or back end means. When you get to Lovable, explain your project. Give it the prompts you want, the pages you want, and how everything you want everything to function, things you want to have on each of the pages, and Lovable will bring this to life for you. That's it. Just publish your project, then it's live. Anybody can access it. You can try it if you have not tried it before. And if you still have any other idea apart from Lovable, things that are better than Lovable, can do the same thing that Lovable can actually do, you can just let us know in the comment section. So yeah, for me, one of the tools I'm using is Lovable, and I'm really enjoying it right now. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. So there's another comment. So Priska said sometimes tech people sign NDAs and protect the intellectual property. So Priska, do you want to say more about what you typed?
Sometimes people sign NDAs.
David, are you here?
And okay, it's not. I don't.
Okay, yeah. Priska, if you can buttress this so that we can answer your questions properly. So, yeah, David, David, are we together? Okay. So, I want you to think back to the first project you built. You told us about that project being it started with curiosity and all of that. So, it may not have been perfect, but what did that experience teach you that changed the confidence forever? So I want to really hear because I think a lot of people said they would have said, "Oh, I build a lot of things and I'm also trying my best," but the confidence is still not there. You told us that we should keep doing it, we should keep building. So what's now the experience that make you now change? I mean, that change everything, that give you the confidence that you have now to build more.
Hmm. It was not a sweet and romantic story. I was learning Python. Back then, a lot of people did not even care about tech. So I had nothing to show for what I was spending hours on the laptop and nothing to show for it. So what I would say is that great things are built into it taught me that great things are built into us. Yes, it is good to build in public, but still things are built in secret. Babies are made, plants grow in night in secret. So many great things in secret. So when I was learning, I was growing and I built projects in great projects in secret. And why building things when nobody sees you?
If you can see here, David, please let me know in the comments. I can't hear him from my hand. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. I stop hearing David. David, are you there? So David will be back soon, shortly. So yeah, I think I understand clearly what Priska was talking about. So she explained to us here that it was more of a comment than a question. So I believe that you're talking about how to use AI to do something like that, to teach people how to use AI to sign NDAs and protect their intellectual property. I don't know if that's what you're trying to say, Priscilla. So today we have had an inspiring conversation, and now I would love to hear from you. If you have a question or any suggestion, anything to contribute from what you heard today, I would like to hear from you in the comments. So while you drop it, let us know your name, the country or city you're joining from, then your question. For example, you can say, I'm Sarah from Kenya, and my question is. Although we've been getting some questions, and I really appreciate that. So thanks so much for following us. Okay, hold on. Mm, yeah. Speaker is trying to join. Oh, I don't know what's wrong. I think it's a network connection. Our speaker is trying to join the stage, but it's trying. Yeah. Mm. So, what I would like to hear from you. What's one thing that you've learned from today's session? Mm. Thank you so much, Ima Obong, Akimomi, Olabi, Johnny from Kogi State. Thank you so much, and really happy to have you here tonight. Hope you learned something, and I would like to hear and yeah, things you've learned from us. I think I've seen your comments before. You've been here for a while now. I believe that you've learned something very meaningful. Please let's get the comments coming in. This time for question and introduction. Let me know where you're coming from. So for those ones joining that are not from Nigeria, Kogi is a state in Nigeria. So thanks so much again, Ima Obong. Mm, yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yes, certificate is not enough for real. We need some more practical to show that yes, we really learned something. Being curious, curious to solve problem, curious to to build something that will help everybody. Yeah, our speaker is back. Is back on stage. Welcome back, David. Thank you so much. So, David, well, what's one action every participant should take within the next 48 hours to begin to become a builder
One action you can take is writing down.
in the next 48 hours?
It depends on where. Okay, to become a builder, for someone who is not yet a builder, is to write down something that you would like
Yes.
to build. Write down a problem, look around you, and figure out a problem that you wish could be solved online. Think of something creative. If you were given 1 million naira, okay, 1 million alone right now, but if you were given 10 million
Yeah.
to actually build something, what would you build? If you were
Mm,
told to look out for a problem and actually solve it, what problem would you be looking out for? What problem would you solve? And then another thing I'll tell you to do is experiment with AI. AI is not going anywhere. Oh. Let's take it like that. AI is not going anywhere. Just the same way the internet came, just the same way electricity came, and they are not going anywhere till next 10 years. AI is definitely not going anywhere. So AI skills is something that you want to learn. And AI is not bad. AI is going to get a lot of people out of jobs. Yes, but here's why. The reason is not because the AI is bad. I'll explain something to you. So imagine the village official, and they go out about 10 people on a boat. So two people are rowing the boat, right? And the other 8 people, they're using line, hook and line to fish. They'll probably come back, they will not catch a lot of fish. Now there's a new invention called fishing net. Now with fishing net, two people row the boat, two people cast the net and catch more fish than they ever could. What happens to the remaining 6 people? They're out of job. But they are not out of job because they are no longer because the net was a bad thing. Net is an invention and it just signifies growth. We are moving ahead as a society. So AI is a form of growth. AI takes a lot of menial labor off our hands, especially for technical people, especially for software engineers. Before there was Python, before there was JavaScript, before there was Go or all these programming languages, there used to be something called assembly. Assembly language, it doesn't look like something that makes sense. But someone created a solution that did not require you to write assembly again, right? It does not mean that people have gotten more lazy because they cannot write assembly. It means that the society is moving forward. So AI exists now not to make us lazy, but to make us move forward. Who are the people that are going to be creating the AI agents? Who are the prompt engineers that know how AI works and know how to make the AI follow instructions and do something to attain a particular result? Who are the people that are going to be doing that? Who are those that are going to be fixing projects that AI builds that are broken? Who are people that are going to be doing that? Who are those people that are going to be selling the products that the AI builds? There are a lot of opportunities for people that use AI, a whole lot of opportunities. So don't think that you are in competition with AI. You are not in competition with AI. AI is there to enhance you as a human being. You are meant to lead the AI. You are meant to control the AI. You are not competing with the AI. So this is what I will leave us with. So thank you very much.
Wow, what a wonderful conversation we had today. So, tonight reminded us that the biggest obstacle isn't always a lack of knowledge, it is often hesitation. So we learned that building doesn't begin when you know everything. It begins when you decide to start. So start. Be curious to start. Think about things
Just do
around you
it.
and start building.
Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah. So our speaker reminded us that portfolios are not built, uh, they are built through actions. Confidence grows through experience, and AI should be a tool that accelerates learning, not an obstacle. I mean, not a it is not a substitute for thinking.
Ah, yeah, exactly.
Yes. So AI is an assistant, so not just something that will replace us human. So we need to be able to like control the AI and not AI controlling us. Perhaps the most important lesson today is progress comes from consistent action, not endless preparation. A lot of people have, they've watched tutorials, they attended sessions, they've attended they've paid for courses, but they've never taken action for once to start building. So every experienced builder started exactly where many of us are today, with a simple project, a willingness to learn, and the courage to begin. So face your fears. Don't let fear to weigh you down. Although everybody's scared of failing, but you have to fail. Now, how do you progress? How do you move to the next stage? Because you learn from failures. So failure is like a stepping stone to success. So don't wait for perfection. Start with what you know. Build with what you have and improve as you go. So tomorrow we bring everything together tomorrow. So once you have chosen your career path and developed the habits of building, the next question becomes, how do I build something that truly matters? So you should start thinking that now. How do I build something that truly matters? Is something very important that we have to start thinking about. So we explore how ideas become products, how builders identify meaningful problems, and how technology can be used to create lasting impact in our communities. Our discussions will also conclude. We also conclude with a special key speaker. I mean, a special keynote speaker. Yes, so that will change us. I mean, that will challenge all of us to become a solution builder, not just technology users. So, and you won't want to miss that session. Personally, I'll be expecting all of you to come again tomorrow. Invite your friends, invite everybody. So, to our incredible speaker, David, thanks so much for today. And yeah, thank you for sharing not just your expertise, but also your experience. And I believe that that's what we need. Even from my own self, I learned so much from the experience. And hmm, I know a lot of us will be wondering that we didn't see the other speakers today. Yeah, they had network issues; they couldn't join. So yeah, tomorrow when you come, yes, we'll be glad to have you and you to see them tomorrow. I hope that tomorrow there'll be a better network connection and you too will be able to join us from A to Z. Bring your questions, bring your contributions. If you have an idea and if you think today's session has impacted you one or two ways, you can come back tomorrow and tell us that, oh, last night I attended this session and I was able to learn one or two things. I started doing something overnight and this is what I've come up with and I would like to share. Yes, I want to hear stories like that. So thank you so much for that. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on the notifications and join us again tomorrow for the final day of the Builder Sessions 1.0. I welcome the lecturers. We don't just learn technology, we build solutions. So yes, if you want to build solutions, you have to be here again tomorrow. Keep learning, keep building, and keep creating impact. Good night and God bless you.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.